What's up, everybody? It is your boy Mug the Dude here, and we are back with some Hero Coliseum, guys. I'm so sorry. I've been really sloppy on my updating times and stuff like that, and just updating in uploading in general. Just been really busy, really stressed with work and stuff like that, so I'm just trying to, enjoy life a little bit. But I'm bringing you guys a top 10 best Goku figures ranked from 10 to 1. Obviously, Spirit Bomb Goku is 10 to me, but, guys, little criteria. I'm going off of their posing skill. I'm going off of their stats. I'm going off of their trigger squares. And I am picking the better version out of the Gokus. So, spoilers, Master Ultra Instinct Goku's on this list. But I picked the better version of him. So I picked the better version of him. I picked the better version of Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Goku and all that stuff, guys. So, by the way, I just want to say one thing. Rose is on this list because I did count Rose. I did count Goku Black. But, guys, let's hop in. Number 12, Goku. Spirit Bomb Goku, 93 out of 99. HP is 6390. Attack is 5930. Defense is 1790. Speed is 2040. Ultimate attack is Super Spirit Bomb. And posing skill, Last Resort. Place on a trigger score for plus 500 to your attack, plus 15% to your ultimate attack gauge. Repeatable. Top left, top right are his trigger scores. Now, guys, back in the OG days, this man was actually pretty good. Because if you ran him and then two Gohans, Super Saiyan Gohans, you could get an ult pretty quick. You really could. And if you got one figure killed, then 01 skills and you'd win. But what made this man so good is there wasn't really crazy hard-hitting figures besides Big Bang Vegeta and Beerus. And if you ran him with a Whis, he basically was set, and he would tank. As you can see, he has 1790 defense. He could tank a lot of attacks in the game. If you get plus 350 defense, so defensive up F, you're at 2090 defense. Defensive up SCC, you're at 2790 defense. That's crazy. The fact that he has 6000 HP to me is really good. The attack buff, plus 500 attack, isn't too bad, but today, guys, he just gets out-damaged by a lot of figures, and he's not doing anything for the rest of the team besides that plus 15% to ultimate attack gauge, repeatable, but ET skills are such a prevalent thing, and people are prepared for 01 skills at this point to the max that they have turn 4 skills down, turn 3 skills down, so he isn't a terrible figure in no way, shape, or form. He just has been really outclassed in, obviously, today's meta of the game, and just in general with the last couple of updates, not even in the last couple of updates, Goku will one-shot him easily. And I'm talking about the attack Goku, guys. Now, number 9, I'm going Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Now, he isn't level 99, but I looked at their stats before I could level 99 them, and I was like, okay, he's not bad. Number 10 Goku, part of the OG batch. HP 6280, attack is 4580, defense 2050, speed is 2580, ultimate attack is Super Kamehameha, and posing skill, Spirit of a Super Saiyan. Place on a trigger score for plus 500 to your attack, and 250 attack to all allies on the field. Repeatable, top left, top right is his trigger scores. Now, one thing I want to say with these two figures, I don't really like their trigger scores that much. Well, Spirit Bomb Goku I do, to a degree. Him, not so much. I like his HP, but he doesn't do anything for defense, really. I like the fact that he buffs attack by 500, and he buffs everybody else's by 250. You guys know that I like supporting the team overall. That's why I like Goku so much. That's why I like other figures so much. Is that if you can support the team in defense, like Ranger 17 is a crazy figure because he buffs defense by 350 to all allies, which to me, that's good. And Bardock, really good too. But, guys, the one thing that draws him down, this version, and I actually think this version's better, is that just because he's faster, he's tankier, he doesn't hit as hard, but I think he has just as much of HP as the other one. He doesn't hit that hard. Now, as I said, he hits harder. He doesn't hit harder than the other version, but I have him 10 out of 10. Alright, be right back. I'm going to prove it. Alright, guys, those are his level 95 stats. So that just gives you another thing. His stats don't go up that much, and his stats are average. That is why he is not in the top 5. Now, I wouldn't even be close to top 5, guys, so let's get back to the top 10. I just wanted to prove to you guys that sometimes when I do these ranked videos, I saw people reach out to me and they're like, well, you have one level 73, you have one level 99. Of course he has better stats than the other one. It's also his posing skills that plays a big part. And the top left, top right, I don't think that's a good spot for him in general. Even though he is tanky, he just lacks damage output. And he just lacks that crazy posing skill that everybody else on this list has. All right, guys, number 8. Number 83, Goku, level max 60, HP is 5440, attack is 4310, defense is 1690, and speed is 3640, ultimate attack is Super Kamehameha, and posing skill is intimidation. Place on a trigger square when your master HP is 50% or less for plus 750 to your attack, and minus 750 to all opponents on the field repeatable. Now, guys, the fact that his trigger squares are bottom left and bottom right makes me like him more than the other two figures. Two, you can bait people really hard into like playing into your game, and if you have master HP below 50% skills and you have this, your team will gain stats like an insane amount. And when you get below 50% HP, that's not really hard to do in today's meta because so many figures hit hard. Like, it's not like back in the OG days. It took maybe 2 turns to get you below 50% HP depending on who hit you. Now, even with Piccolos, you get hit by an Ultra Instinct Goku, and you have a Piccolo, and he gets a double with no Vados on the field, you might actually get below 50% HP the first turn. It's just the way the game is. I like the fact that he gives 750 attack buff when your master HP is below 50%. The one thing is I don't like it situational, like that it is situational, but the 750 to minus 750 to speed to all opponents on the field, if you're running against a speed deck, you are going to crush them when you get below 50% HP, because I've lost to people that have used this character correctly, and they just smashed me. HP is okay. It's a little low, but the fact that he has bottom trigger squares is okay. Attack is 4310. That's all right, considering he's going to be gaining 750 attack. So first turn, after the minus 50%, after the master HP below 50%, he will have about 5,000 attack. Next turn, he's going to be very close to 6,000 attack. You put up A skills on him, or you put master up 50% skills, and you're going to be smashing people. His defense is really solid, and his speed is really solid. So overall, I think he's a better figure than the first two Gokus. Now, this is where the insaneness starts to happen. Now, OG Blue Goku is number 7. I still love this figure to death. I still use him as much as I can, even though he is severely outclassed by some of the figures. But his posing skill is very unique, and I underestimated it until I started actually using him more, and I had other OP figures to like complement him more. Number 13, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, level max 99. He's a part of the OG batch. HP is 6940, attack is 5570, defense is 1000, and speed is 4260. 10 out of 10 dupes into his speed. Ultimate attack is Warp Kamehameha. Posing skill Power Beyond a God. Place on a trigger score for plus 500 to your attack and minus 20% to damage dealt by attacked opponents. Repeatable. Top left, top right. Now you can see a theme. For some reason in the OG figures, they just gave them, and the second batch, they just gave them top left and top right trigger scores, and I don't really like it. I don't like him having it. If he had like a bottom one, that'd be beautiful. Like, that would make him infinitely better if he had like a bottom right or a bottom left, or maybe even a bottom middle. I honestly think that would have been really good for the meta. But I think him and Piccolo would still be busted if that was the case. Now, his HP is solid. His attack is really solid because you're gaining 500 attack per turn. So, up A skills, you get 500 attack from the up A skills, plus 500 attack from your posing skill. You're going to have 6,570 attack first turn. Obviously, the 1,500 goes away from the up A skills. Now, defense, that is where he really kills himself, is the defense only being 1,000. But his speed is crazy. 4260 speed is better than... I think it is better than everybody else on this list in terms of being speed, because I think he's the better version. The other one is really tanky, has a little bit more HP, and has a little bit less attack. But the fact that he gains 500 attack is really good, and the underrated part of him, minus 20% damage dealt by attacked opponents repeatable. If you attack somebody that is a main attacker on their team, say you have him, Goku, Speed Super Saiyan 4 Goku, OG one. You attack somebody, they're doing 20% less damage. You have the Super Saiyan 4 Goku lowering damage dealt by 10% again. Now he is consistently hitting for 20% less damage no matter what, and then the minus 10% is going to just keep building. That is actually a really underrated part of his posing skill, and I didn't realize how good he was until I actually used him. Now, number 6, guys, this man's just a beast. And I kind of crapped on him in the last ranked that I did with him. And I'm going to explain why I did, but I'm also going to explain why he is an absolute crazy figure, and do not underestimate this man at all. Number 183, Rose Goku Black, level max 99, HP is 10,590, attack is 3,730, defense is 2,000, and speed is 1460. Now, I have 7 dupes into his defense, I have 1 dupe into his attack. Now, I'm going to put the other dupes into his defense just because why not? Now, his posing skill is... Did I go over his stats? Yeah. Attack is 3,730, defense is 2,000, speed is 1460, ultimate attack is Divine Lasso, and posing skill is Apocalyptic Power. Place under trigger score for plus 1,500 to your attack, plus 1,000 to your speed, and plus 10% to your ultimate attack damage when attacked, repeatable, top left, top middle is your trigger squares. Now, the one thing that's wrong with him is that all you gotta do is avoid him, and he doesn't get as much of it. He just is useless then. He's just a body that isn't gaining no attack. Now, I have this on him just because I think that complements him very well to have the full kit of SCC skills. ET skills are good, but if somebody really isn't trying to push for O1 skills, you know what? You can get away with having one character without ET skills, but after the defensive SCC, he has 2,700 defense. A character with 10,000 HP has 2,700 defense after that buff. After the attack up SCC, he has 4,730, and then the damage buff, the plus 20% damage dealt. Now, the crazy thing about him is when he gets attacked, he gains 1,500 attack, guys. That's an insane buff. That is the highest consistent buff that you can get in the game that is repeatable, besides Ultra Instinct Goku's 1.1 times. But you have to get Goku to really high attack stats in order to get above the 1,500, which is crazy. He gains 1,000 speed, which is a little bit on the inside because if you're running obviously a go second deck, a defensive deck, you're going to decrease your chances of going second the entire time. But the plus 10% to your ultimate attack damage when attacked, that is an insane amount because if you get O1 skills and you just get him attacked 4 times, it's 40%. He's going to be gaining like 6,000 attack. He's actually going to be gaining 7,500 attack at that point if you get him attacked 4 times, and he'll be gaining 4,000 speed. So if you get O1 skills, he's basically going to have like 13,000 speed with the STA up O1. But if you have O1 skills on him, you will not be getting you won't be getting the SCC skills and stuff like that. Trigger squares, amazing. I think that, honestly, I would have put 3 trigger squares on him if I was Dimps, but that's just me. I would have put all 3 across because if he could go top left, top middle, top right, he would be a crazy figure because you couldn't avoid him then. But I understand why they did it, guys. So let's hop in and go from 5 to 1. You're going to see some surprises, and you're just going to see the obvious. All right, guys. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, 323 is number 5. Goku Super Saiyan 4. Level max 99, HP is 6430, attack is 5670, defense is 1170, and speed is 4140. 10 dupes into his speed. Ultimate attack is Super Kamehameha and Poison Skill, Extreme Saiyan Battle, Extreme Saiyan Power, Bower, shout out to Syriax, but place on a trigger square for plus 500 to your own attack and 180 defense to all allies on the field, repeatable, and additional plus 500 to own attack and 180 defense to all allies on the field, repeat, that turn only, repeatable, top left, top middle. This man is crazy. I don't see anybody using that much. I see like a couple other top tier people that have been in the tournament of mugs use him, like Sensei Santana. I know had a crazy deck with him, and I don't know why he didn't bring that to the tournament because this dude's crazy. He gains 500 attack, repeatable, and he gives everybody 180 defense, repeatable. You guys know that I love buffing characters. That's why the other Super Saiyan 2 Goku was 8. He could have been a lot lower. He couldn't have even been on this list. An additional plus 500 to own attack and 180 defense to all allies on the field. That turn only, repeatable. So he's gaining 1,000 attack. That turn, the 1 isn't repeatable and the 1 is. The fact that he's giving everybody a 180 defense buff repeatable, and he's technically giving them a 360 defensive buff. The 1 just isn't, the 180 just isn't repeatable. I think that he is a very underrated Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and I have him 5 because his speed is crazy, 4,000 speed. First turn, if you get the 2 500 attack buffs, which you're going to get, which makes him have 6,670 attack. Plus, you're going to be buffing your own defense by 180. Actually, you won't be buffing your defense, but you'll be buffing the other characters on your team's defense that are on the field. His HP is pretty solid. Overall, he has a really good usability on speed teams. The other version of him can go on defensive teams, but you're going to have a little bit trouble going second just because he has 2790 speed at level 99, which isn't terrible, but this version just to me is better because he's faster, he attacks harder, he hits harder, and his HP I believe is a little bit higher. I'd have to go check. Let's check it out. Alright guys, I checked it out. He has a little bit less HP. He has a little bit less HP, like 1,000, but that's not terrible considering the man has 4,000 speed and 5,670 attack at level 99. And he has no dupes into his attack, which I'm actually kind of upset that I put 10 dupes into his speed. If I would have known that his attack was that high, I would have been putting dupes. I would have been putting dupes into his attack, and he would have 6,670 attack, which would be crazy, guys. So, number 4, new Super Saiyan Blue Goku, which I see 0 people use, and I don't know why. Now, I think he's a better version than the HP version, and I'm going to explain why. Number 282, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, level max 99, HP is 5500, attack is 8970, defense is 1090, speed is 1340, ultimate attack is Super Kamehameha, and posing skill, Domain of the Gods. Place on a trigger square for plus 30% to own damage dealt, minus 10% to damage taken, and plus 10% to damage dealt by all allies on the left and right stacks during that turn only, top, middle, and bottom right. Now, there's some pros and cons with this version versus the other version. The other version has a lot of HP, but I don't like that he has a bottom right trigger square. I just think it's a little pointless to me. But the pro that the other HP version has, if you put him top middle and you put a Vados and you put a Whis on each side of them, they're getting a 10% damage buff. And Whis already has like 5,000 attack if you run the HP version, which I'm pretty sure I've ran that deck on this channel. He hits crazy hard. The fact that he gets a natural 30% damage buff, like the OG Super Saiyan Blue, with like the new Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, which I will be doing Vegeta deck on the Vegeta list on this channel, Fusion and Patara and Villain and Hero. We're just going to be going over a whole bunch of lists, guys. But the plus 30% to own damage dealt is crazy. The minus 10% damage taken is because if you run the attack version top middle, which I rarely do, but I try to keep catch people off guard, so that's why I do it. He hits insanely hard, and he will be able to take a hit one time if you have the defensive of SCC, but I don't because I have this, because I classically run him bottom right, and sometimes I run him bottom left because that catches people off guard every time with the deck I have that he has a hit in front of him. So he hits insanely hard, and you don't really need to get him, if you didn't run him in a trigger square and you just ran him off trigger square and you took that off and put ADM up B, he would have 30% already, which is crazy. You put him bottom right, and he has a natural 30% damage buff, 50% technically if you get the SEC skills, and he just, the man hits too hard to not put in the top 5. So, number 3, OG Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who still to this day I think is extremely busted, and I don't understand why he isn't a new figure. They could have put the new Super Saiyan 4 Goku as an OG figure, the old figure, and this one as a new figure, and honestly I think everybody would like this one a little more. But number 205 Goku Super Saiyan 4, level max 99, HP is 7510, attack is 5970, defense is 1440, speed is 1980, ultimate attack is Dragon Fist, and posing skill Crimson Saiyan. Place on trigger score for plus 10% to your damage dealt, plus 20% to your ultimate attack damage, and minus 10% damage dealt by all opponents on the field repeatable. Trigger square is bottom middle, top right. Now, I've explained these figures a lot on this channel. I've explained him a lot on this channel, and I kept liking him more and more and more as I used him. This dude is busted. He gains 10% onto his damage dealt, repeatable. So he gains 10%, next turn 20, next turn 30. So he could be better than the Goku, in my opinion. He could be. But, and 20% onto your ultimate attack damage, repeatable. So he's gaining a 30% damage buff onto his ult every turn. You put him 3 times, that's 90%. That already counters Ultra Instinct Goku. But, obviously, he just doesn't have the advantage that Ultra Instinct Goku does. Now, the minus 10% damage dealt by all opponents on the field repeatable is the crazy one. Is that you're lowering their damage dealt by 10%. So 2 turns, that's 20%. 3 turns is 30, 4 turns is 40. If you run him with a Piccolo and a Vados, you will systematically lower their damage dealt too much to the point where they just can't do any damage. If you put him with a Gogeta, first turn he lowers their damage dealt, that's 10%. That one's repeatable. The second one would be Gogeta, 20%. That one isn't 10%, but 10 plus 10 is 20, guys. That isn't repeatable. So he systematically destroys attack teams over time, and the fact that he hits harder over time with that and an ult, he had to be 3. He had to be 3 because number 2 is Goku. This is the better version in my opinion. I like the speed one, but he just hits too hard on defensive teams to ignore. Number 203, are you the same number as him? Oh, 205, okay. Number 203, Godku, Super Saiyan God Goku. Level max 99, HP is 6220, attack is 7710, defense is 1050, speed is 2180, ultimate attack is Super Kamehameha, posing skill is True Power of a God. Place on a trigger score for plus 700 to your attack, plus 160 attack to all allies, and plus 5% to your damage dealt repeatable. Bottom left, top middle is the trigger scores. Now, if you run him bottom, oh, by the way, his stats are really good. The fact that he has 6,000 attack, almost 6,000 attack, basically 6,000 attack with 4 dupes, that's really good. I just wanted to point that out. I didn't really go over his stats. His stats are crazy. I already went over. I went over their stats, but I didn't really go over which one's good, which one's isn't. But his attack stat is crazy high. The fact that if you go second, he will be gaining 700 attack naturally. He will be gaining a 5% damage buff naturally. So already, first turn, without any skills, if you put him in a trigger square, he will have 8,400 attack. He will have a 5% damage buff. If you get that, he has 9,400 attack. If you put that, he has a 25% damage buff. Now, that's not as high as the Super Saiyan Blue Goku, but what separates himself from the pack is that he gives everybody 160 attack to all allies, which isn't a crazy buff. Honestly, I would have made it 250 to make him a little bit better. But the fact that he gains 700 attack, which is basically the second or third highest attack buff you can get in the game that is repeatable, besides Ultra Instinct Goku, because Attack Ultra Instinct Goku will get that first turn. He'll beat him easily in first turn with the damage buff. But the fact that he gains 5% onto his damage dealt, to me, is really good. The fact that he goes bottom left is really good. I'm saying the fact a lot. But he's just a crazy figure. His speed is low enough where you can go second most of the time if someone's running a speed team, defensive team as well. You run him, you run HP Whis, and you run a Vados, or you run, instead of the Vados, you run a Piccolo, or you can honestly run, which I've done in the past. I've ran Rose with him, and those two output some damage, guys. I think I just did a video with them on the channel. Now, that is why he's number 2. Number 1. This video wasn't about... This video is about all Goku figures. You all know that he was going to be the best. It's about who's in the middle. So, I'm going to go over him. We already know why he's amazing, but I'm going to do it anyways. Number 315, Goku Ultra Instinct. Master Ultra Instinct Goku. Level max 99 out of 99. HP is 2540. Attack is 9870. Defense is 850. Speed is 2970. Ultimate attack is Godly Display. I have 6 dupe into his speed because I want to get him 10 out of 10 speed. If I put 4 more in, he's going to have 3100 speed. I honestly think that's a crazy stat for somebody with... No, I can't go up to a stat. 9,000, basically 10,000 attack. That's why I understand why people put 10 out of 10 dupes into him, because say you have a Vados, minus 30% attack, he'll still have 7,000 attack. Him, he's still hitting hard regardless. He still is one of the hardest hitting figures in the game. If not situationally, he is the hardest hitting figure in the game. If you get attack buffs and you get SEC skills, he just hits harder than almost every other figure. But what kills him is his posing skill to a point. Place on a trigger square for plus 1.1 times own attack repeatable, and also, by the way, I didn't mean kills him, but his stats do. Place on a subconscious strength is his posing skill. Place on a trigger square for 1.1 times own attack repeatable. By the way, it is thunderstorming like crazy here, so if you hear a big boom, nobody's wrestling. It's just the thunder. But thunder. Place on a trigger square for 1.1 times own attack repeatable. Also, increase own speed to 99,999 and minus 80% ultimate attack damage for all opponents on the field after the turn order has been decided. Stacks are in that turn only. Top right is a trigger square. Now, that top right trigger square isn't killing him at all, because you can run him behind a Piccolo, you can run him behind a Vados, you can run him behind a Whis, and he's still going to be hitting hard. He's one of those figures that no matter what, like if Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, the OG one, was a figure that was like him at one point, but he didn't have anything else to deal with. His posing skill didn't really buff him at all. Like, you didn't have to put Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta in a trigger square, just like you don't have to put him in a trigger square. The only issue is, when you put him in a trigger square, he actually has substantial use. The OG Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is trash, in my opinion, the attack one, unless you run him outside of his trigger square. Now, 1.1 times own attack is insane, because he's going to be gaining 980 attack, which is crazy. Like I said, he out attack buffs Goku first turn, no issue. The own speed 99,999 is really good, because if you run him top right and you run a speed Vegito bottom right, you are still going to be damaging the person with Vegito, because he's going to be killing the person in front of him no matter what. It doesn't matter who it is. You get these stats. It doesn't matter. You guys saw the match with Legends and EDG. Those guys use Ultra Instinct Goku. Dude, it is wild out there. I think there's a tornado warning near my house, but the show goes on, guys. You saw their match. They both had 10 out of 10 Ultra Instinct Gokus. they were hunting each other with them. Because if they touch you once, even if they hit your master with these skills in their trigger square, they will take you below 30% HP master-wise, with no Vados, with no Piccolo. Now, the minus 80% ultimate attack damage might be the best posing skill part in the entire game besides Toa. That mitigates every single 01 skill figure except Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan Rose, and Jiren. Other than that, nobody really does a lot of damage to him. You put him, this is why I honestly think, that's why when I said the versions are situational to a degree. Because HP version, he will tank any ult in the game. It doesn't matter, he will tank it no matter what. That shook my house. You need to chill, Mother Nature. I'm going to come out there and I don't know what I do. I just get struck by lightning or something, and there's a bug in my house. You're going to die, bud. But other than that, guys, you can run him behind a Piccolo, Vados, Whis. You can run him basically anywhere on the map because he's just going to hit hard no matter what, guys. So that is why he's number 1. So that's the list. Master Ultra Instinct Goku 1, Goku 2, Super Saiyan 4 Goku 3. New Blue Goku is wow, it's raining like a motherfucker. New Blue Goku is 4. New Super Saiyan 4 Goku is 5, Rose 6, OG Blue Goku is 7, Super Saiyan Goku is 8, Super Saiyan 2 Goku is 9, and Spirit Bomb Goku is 10, guys. That's going to do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe as always. The best Vegeta figures will be next, which I think that's going to be a little bit difficult to do, but I might have to do some tinkering with some figures. We'll see. Hope to catch you guys in the next video, everybody. To the deuces.